dark in here. Who is with me? Who is with me? Who can hear me? I told you every time this character, this person, myself, every time I decided to do a live show, I have always done an engine search on the show itself before I do it. And the reason why I wanted to do it. And because, well, ideas are, and as simple as it is, we all have so much ideas. We all have so much ideas that sometimes we don't use it. So if you're with me, give me some thumbs up. And I need lots of thumbs up. And if you're at work, you can give me thumbs up. And if you're driving, you can pull over and give me thumbs up. Listen, I know that you all love seeing me doing this, but if it doesn't turn out well in the next half an hour, I will close off. And then I will set it for tomorrow. I could set it for tomorrow, or I could do it later. But because if I look at the time, I figure I have a good half an hour before I find some relaxation to do to oneself. So I believe strongly in the thing that you do when you do it. Like myself, I always talk of it. I always talk of the kindness. I always talk of the kindness you do for people. And every time you're going to do kindness, it's not that you're doing it to make something from it. Because if you're doing a kind gesture to someone but expecting something from it, then it's not from the heart. No, it's not from the heart. It's just from some bad notions. Some notion that is shouldn't even mention. As I was driving, as I said yesterday, and I saw the lady in the middle of the street. I thought she was dead EAD, but it turns out it wasn't. It was just the fact that she faint. Could be high blood pressure. Stress is always a factor in all of us lives, even mine. Stress is one of the biggest factor in all our lives. And when that happened, walking on the street could be our last, and depends on where we are. An unfortunate situation is when she was crossing the street, whatever put her out cold into the middle, and happened that no car or anything hit her was a very great thing. And for the trailer driver who stopped and come to her rescue, and for the lady who used her phone to call 911, and for the guy who used his truck to block the road for incoming traffic into the direction of her, and for me myself who told this guy that the officers would appreciate what he has done. And the fire truck drivers, when they came, they tell him thank you for what he did, and they ask him kindly to move over to the right hand side because he did a great thing. And then the fire drivers themselves place themselves in that same position, blocking the road so that oncoming traffic could still go left and right and leave the middle open so that they could attend to the sick. So it was a great thing. It is a great thing when you do something like that. You don't see something like that and you run with your phone and everything, you're going to take picture. Something is good to just leave the way it is. Kindness is of the heart. And when you give kindness, you shouldn't expect something in return. And basically, that is how I see a lot of things. I look at things different from my way of seeing it from my perspective. Everyone do things different. Everyone makes their own living money and they go on. Everyone comes on live and they do their own thing, say their own thing, and at the end of their half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 5 hour that they put down, set down to do their show, or their show becomes their work. This is not work for me yet. It might, but this is something I enjoy doing. Don't tell me that, oh, you look like a great talk show host. No, don't go there. I'm not it. I'm not the kind of person who can have all of these people in front of me and ready to talk to. I'm not. I'm not it. I'm definitely not it. So, wherever you are, come in, come in, come in. Come in and let me see that you're out there listening to me. Don't tell me I'm the only one here. I'm going to be very lonely here. I'm going to be very lonely. It's just after 12 in the afternoon on Tuesday. So where's everyone? Are you telling me no one is there? Or if I take up the phone and I decided to go on live, in a second, I have, in a second, I will have visitors. So I'm not getting anything at all from using the computer, considering I am live at this moment. So let's try it another way and see which way works. Because it should work either way, right? I'm on. And we don't see nothing going on and we don't see no activities. But I'm here. I'm here and I see no one. Anyway, it happened like that. It can go on for quite a period of time before anyone comes on and so forth. It happened like that. I guess maybe the phone works faster than computer. Whichever way it works for me. Today's show is just about kindness. And as I said before before I do this, I did a couple of little search and it's been it's been on my head. It's been on my head. It's been bothering me. Because when you turn on the TV or you turn on or you go in a part of social media and you look, you see the work, you see the work of all these YouTubers and what they're doing. I mean, like everyone do their work, everyone does what they do. You know what I mean? And everyone's show is being watched and viewed all over. I love watching Dorman. In fact, Dorman becomes Dorman becomes one of the watch shows inside this home. I think based on my kids, MrBeast right now maybe hitting number one spot. There's I can't remember his name, but my kids are going crazy for them. Ben, there's Ben and his buddy Cam, and my kids go crazy for all of them. And sometimes that's all they do. They wouldn't even watch something else, and it doesn't matter how much I tell them, guys, go watch some Chinese show or something because they are half and half. So they're supposed to sometimes mix it up. And my little boy, if he's not looking at something social media, and now he's into the Mr. Beast game. And when it's not that, it's just Netflix for him. It's always Netflix for him. And if it's not Netflix, he don't feel like he can watch anything. He don't feel like he can watch anything at all. So today's show, if you want to know, it's about when you started to view, you started to click the button, and you started to like, and you started to subscribe. It's about kindness, and you would like to know that you would like to know that I'm kind to you. You would like to know that whatever is it that I'm doing, I show great kindness to you. You would like to know that. I would like to know that too. And that's the reason why I put on today's show. I believe today's show, and in fact, other than today, I'm going to be doing this for a couple more days other than today. And it's based on kindness. And the reason why I'm saying it, if you look, movie star, they enter into a movie, a show, whatever drama, action, film, or whatever they get involved into, and they do their work. And when they get in that role, before everything is all completed, and then how much they each one of these actors, actresses is gonna make from from this film, it countdown. But well, we do not know what they do with their whatever, how they do what it with whatever. But we just know that they're there, that is in film. But I look at things different. And when I look at social media is so big right now that even though they're making movies, social media is like one of the biggest movie going right now. And it doesn't matter how much someone tries to bring down social media. I don't think it's ever going to be possible. I know there's ways around it and we have to abide by policy. Policy always matters. And the reason why policy matters is because we still have to remember the little ones. And the little ones are so egotistical of everything wanted to be on social media. And with the policies and procedures that put into place from all of these media giants and so forth, yes, we have to respect it. We should honor it. And this is one of the reasons why they came out that kids of certain age or whatever cannot do whatever not supposed to. I can't fight it. Not because I might have a little baby who wants to, daddy, you want to be in surgeon. You know what I mean? I can't fight it. I just have to accept it. And if it have to keep them away from the film, then I have no other choice. And if I want to maintain my account, I have no other choice. I just have to do whatever I have to do. Simple. Policies and procedure it puts into place, and it puts into place for a reason. Also, it is there to protect you and your kids in your home. A lot of reasons behind everything. There's lots of safety. Some of the biggest dangers are still online on the internet. And we do not know where culprits are going to be coming from before they come and attack you and attack your home. Again, all of those are part of what's happening, what's going on. So we have to look into it. But today's show, I wanted to be on for for a little while, and today's show is to show kindness, kindness that people done to everyone. And when someone done kindness to you, you should appreciate it. You shouldn't look over that person. So what? Because you're in the US and I'm in Canada, and because you're getting something and I'm not getting it, I'm going to complain. No. Sometimes there's people at different parts of the world wanted it, but when it comes your way, it comes. And until then, you appreciate what you have and be thankful. Be thankful that you have life. You know the best part of it is? The best part of it is you get up and you still can view and see what's going on. When you cannot, then we know something happened along that path. Something is wrong somewhere. Where is Tom Jones? And where is Dick Harry? Where is Train? You know what I mean? Something happened on the way, so that person can't be there. So we understand. Understanding is a very good way of looking into it. But kindness sets a great standard, a great standard. And believe you me, I too might have the same feeling, the same aspect. I too, if I were one of those YouTubers, if I did have that opportunity as most YouTubers do, I too, I wouldn't be just using mouth for you look at me and said, oh, he seems willing, he seems truthful. I don't want that. If it's not coming from the heart, you keep it. If it's not coming from the heart for you saying it, you keep it. For you saying it, it must come from the heart. And for me, hosting each time I come and do a live show like this and saying these things, it must have meant well. But if it's for a viewer who comes online and you know those one who's a little volatile or go on crazy using bad words, bad language, and he will come on and say, "Oh, you're just doing it because you want popularity." The moment you get popularity, you don't remember anything. You know, the guy who is always driving that you call it a jalopy. He drives a car, but the car is never to his standard. And suddenly something happened and he get into a BMW. And from he get into a BMW, he's not himself anymore. And how he used to dress, he don't do that anymore. He completely forget himself. Now that is not a real person. That was a person who wanted something to change his whole aspect of life. And the friends that he has, he pushed them aside. Now what do you think is gonna happen to somebody like that? Somebody like that, when you meet or see somebody like that, he's gonna be living his life just the way it is. He's gonna have his life. But how will you know that along the road something is not going to happen to him? And he's gonna stumble and realize, I have made such a bad mistake. And then he's trying to get it back. And by trying to get it back, you realize the mistake you make and you can't get it back. So sometimes the things we do and say is totally different from what comes out of here. But if what comes out of here you meant it to 100% of your heart, you don't have nothing to worry about. Whatever comes to you, others who give that to you know that his work is going to be as he said. Why do you think again, you think if I was in that spot like a lot of these famous YouTubers who are making so much money, I would be sitting down just in my living room? No, I wouldn't be just sitting down in my living room. No, of course. I got three little ones, I have to focus on them. I still have to focus on them. But at the same time, which media fan do you see knowing that they're making money and sitting down? Everything is still involved work. And it doesn't matter how you look into it. If it's a soft work or a hard work, it's still involved. You got to do what you have to do. And that is how you're going to make it. And when someone comes to your rescue, they didn't come to your rescue because they are sorry for you. There is no sorrow in this. They come to your rescue because they see and understand. They understand the way of life. And by understanding the way of life, they try to make amend. You know what the word amend means? They're trying to make amend to see how we can make it different. Now, they don't want to know that they come into this community. For example, I'm in Toronto, and right in Toronto where I'm at, I'm in Scarborough, and Scarborough is still a part of Toronto because over the years there was amalgamation where they make two city comes in one. And when you walk around in Scarborough, Toronto, which is so big, Toronto is extremely big. Remember, it has it has the airport and it has all of downtown. Listen, it's extremely big. And you walk on foot and you're trying to look at people. Now, if you're gonna go house to house to house just to help each one of those persons, I'm not saying it's wrong. But if you're gonna pour everything on just one or two houses, it's not good because those people that you poured everything on could be the kind who already have it, while those other people next door don't have it. Now, my point is when you go and help somebody, how the system created, the system supposed to be that when you help someone and they're not in the same spot there that they are now, they should look to themselves and say, for example, if I were to, okay, then I give up my job because I already have a home, I have a house paid off, I have a car, and I ended up, say, for example, I win $1 million or $2 million from something. And if that same person will have that much money and a home and car and everything all paid off, why is that same person killing to work? Now, that person is not fair. That person should now open doors for someone else. Meaning, if I have to leave the workforce to make someone else come in, I would do it. And that gives another person a chance to have something. Now, that is kindness. But if that same person still want more, that's not kindness. That's greed. That is greed. So when people comes in your neighborhood and show certain kindness and they do it to a vicinity in the community, they do it because what they see that happened to you, and when they look around in the neighborhood and they see all these children and everything, they don't want the same thing happen to the children as what happened to you. Therefore, instead of just helping you, they try to help the whole neighborhood. For example, if they can help the whole neighborhood by rebuilding a school, rebuild this apartment building so everybody can live free. They do that because that shows kindness, and that kindness didn't mean one art, but it meant a lot. Do you know where I'm coming from by speaking this? That is the reason why I did a engine search. And I did an engine search. And, and on my engine search, I thought of the word a couple of days and it's been bothering me because when I look at my prime minister, he has to do his job because he has a big task ahead of him, but I cannot compare him to me. I cannot compare him to someone else. He has a big task ahead of him, and in his task, every time he go different countries and so forth, it costs, and the airplane or whatever, everything costs money. And there's somebody within that constituency is not going to like something that he did or spending that he did. Something not everyone is going to approve. The same way for the president. And he has to live up to his bargain in order to make things right for people. Sometimes you need to come down. Sometimes we all need to come down. But how much can you come down? You can't. And his job or their job is not just to help one person. Their job is because they have different people working. It is those people to go in and try to make things better within. One person can't make gas price come down. It takes more than just one. It takes more than just one. One person can't change the way the whole economy is to make gas price cheap. Even though that one person can put food on your table and make sure you and your family have somewhere to eat. That's that's kindness. That type of kindness you cherish. And through that kindness you realize I have an opportunity of making something better for myself. And because I have an opportunity, I must use this as an example and make that example becomes a reality. And if you can make that example becomes a reality, you have a lot going on for you. A lot. Believe me when I say you have a lot going on for you. Truly a lot. I'm looking at Pluto because I'm not seeing no activity on Pluto where I'm looking at my little mobile and I see activity on my mobile. But I decided after thinking of them, then I think of the movie stars and everything, and I see all these actors, and I do not know what charity each one of these people are into or where they do their work and so forth. You know what I mean? But there is this one social media giant. I think he's more than a giant. He's spectacular. He's marvelous. He's wonderful. He's extremely wonderful. He's extremely wonderful to the media world. He doesn't need any recognition. He's been already recognized. He is everything. Now I could say a word that I believe you me, he is good. And for what he's doing, when I listen to his video, it's like it wasn't a death wish. It's just a wish from a little boy growing up. And there could be a way of saying maybe in his days growing up, he might have seen a lot. He might have seen a lot over the years. And as he continued to go through that, he's thinking of what he's gonna do to make a difference. And that difference meant a lot to him, to everything that he created, to everything that he has. And he hasn't thrown that away. In fact, he maintained it. And for whichever woman, mother, dad that is in his life, they are they are to be loved for having such a wonderful child. He is wonderful and he's amazing. And truthfully, that is where I thought of creating today's show. And I look at the word by saying, I use the word attribute. But does this person need this? This person is bigger than that. I use the word by saying attribute to this person because he's wonderful. Now, I did everything in my space because I don't want to, as I said, contradict myself. And when I did the search, even I didn't know, but I want to make sure that I am on the right track, the right path. It said attribute is an act. It is an act. Give me a second. Hello.
You forgot to go to physio?
No, I did.
What?
I did.
Oh, you went there, but she called me saying whatever did not make.
I know.
Don't need to come.
I did. I did already. I did. I'm doing something right now. I can't talk. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay? Later. I will call you back later. My other half calling me. I did once I put it on speaker, but I take it off because I don't want to be disturbed. But as I was saying, this giant is a giant. This person, this blessed person. Oh my God. Attribute is an act, statement of gift, intended to show gratitude, respect. The word respect, when I use it, I don't know if it fully shows or if to any one of you out there. or you, anyone of you look into it and you're saying, oh, but he's doing that there and he's not doing that here. Again, you don't go there. You don't go to that angle. You go to the angle by saying you're seeing someone doing something for someone and you learn to appreciate it. You learn to give that part of your heart that you never give before. That thing that you never said inside of your heart, now you said it because it's a kind word. You were once a monster, and suddenly, because you see the kindness that has been done, you now becomes human. And as a human, when you see kindness, you see me push out so much kindness. You said, "Man, I didn't really thought you was gonna do that." Yes, and you saw me do it. So you realize that me being an animal is not an animal anymore because there are real people out there, and there are real people out there. But the help that you wanted to get and you want to get, it's not going to happen overnight. It will never happen overnight. And that is what I'm trying to explain or express. That will not happen overnight. The tribute is to a great social media giant. His name is MrBeast. And believe you me, introduction, oh, he has more than introduction, brother. I've seen his work. I've seen his work. He's most wonderful. I've seen his work, how he's on the street and he's doing this and doing that and how much he's given. And he goes here and he do there and he do there and he do there. Believe you me, such a person, attribute, attribute is a big word, but it should be something bigger because, like when the president is holding, saying he's holding up meeting and so forth, for the kindness for this person is doing, for for places that he go to make his video, and for the group that he has working with them, and for the people that he goes out and he help and he show kindness, that is so much to be thankful for. Now remember, look up. Let's look up for an example. Let's look up and tell me what you see. Truthfully, let's look up. Do you see money falling from the skies? Do you? We know that there is a sky. Let's be realistic. We know that there is a sky, and sometimes it get overcast. And when it doesn't get overcast, it get cloudy. And when it's not cloudy, it rains. And when it's not raining, it pours white stuffs, flaky stuff, snow. That's what they call it. Oh, I thought it was sheer ice, you know? You could just take it up and pour some syrup over it and eat it, right? I'm being bad. Listen, bad is good and bad is bad, but bad is in a very good way. You see that snow that falls, you could easily take it up and put it into a cup and just pour some syrup over it and eat it, sheer ice, right? You're not going to die. You're not going to die. But what I'm saying to you is, let's look up. Let's look up for a minute, two or three, and let's visualize what we see. And when you finish, hold back your head down and tell me, do you see any money coming from up there? No, I don't see any. And I'm holding up my head so long. I don't see any. But when you look for what this person is doing and where all of this money is coming from, don't you at least say something to yourself that where is all of this coming from and why is this person being the way he is? And don't you see the heart that this person have? Don't you see the bigness of the heart? He even speak of it. He speak of the heart, and he speak of how much he wants to help the world, help everybody, but there's not enough. It can't be so much place to go around and help everybody. Do you know how many lives he might have been into? I mean, I hope today that all the people that he gives something to, they didn't just take it and throw it down on a car, because a car is not everything. A home is better than a car. House prices might be lower, say for example, in the US than here in Canada. But for whatever is it that you make from this person, for whatever is it that this person done for you, for all the good that this person done towards you. I hope you will remember kindness for where it's coming from. I hope you go on your knees and show thanks and gratitude. Yes, there is a creator that you cannot see, but we know that there is a creator there, and he does. But with that, you have to remember the kind word and the kindness that this person come to your doorstep, and the kindness that he came into your community and make to people of all kind of culture, everybody. He shows so much great gratitude towards everybody. This kind of kindness, one person doesn't do it. You heard me speak of it. Now it's only for you to see it, and you're wondering if you're ever going to see it. It can also refer to a historical payment made by one nation to another as a sign of submission or protection. But it's not that. An expression of respect, something said, written, or given to honor someone. Example, speech. Well, forget about that. A floral arrangement or a tribute. It said, or a tribute, a concert. Evidence, evidence of excellence. When an accomplishment or outcome clearly reflect the quality of effectiveness of a person or effort. He is everything. Believe you me, he is everything. I watch I watch the talk shows because of my kids. I am not saying people out there don't watch TV, look at social media. I don't think anyone watches out there like my kids. And every chance they get, they're on it. And their mother gets so sick of it sometimes for their for the time that they on it and never wants to leave it. The mom gets so mad at it sometimes. For example, my little 9-year-old girl, every minute she's on it, sometimes you have to wonder. You have to get them off it because they're too addicted. And my son. And when it's not game, it's just social media. Electronics never stop. School is out. The moment they come downstairs, electronics. Okay, mommy said, okay, we can't do this. We have to do something. We get up in the morning, we read some books because we have routine. And the routine is after breakfast and eat, everybody read some book. We could go for a walk or we could go for a drive. We always have we always have something to add in between because we don't want them to just stuck around electronics every minute. And when there is nowhere to go or they don't want to go, nobody wants to go anywhere. I mean, if we're home, we stay home and they do some writing or they do some coloring, draw something, you know, go outside, water the grass. You gotta always come up with something for them to do. Look through the window. Don't just look into the book. You know what I mean? Something. Let's go for a walk into the park. Stuff like that. We do things and share it so they don't stuck with it just electronics. And we keep doing it because it's the way they are. Because all they want is to be on the electronics. Okay, we come inside. We can read a little, and after reading, maybe we'll watch a movie and lunchtime. Let's see if there's any news on TV, and we look that up. All right, turn off TV, and it just go on, and all they want is just electronics. And when he don't take up his laptop, he take up his iPad, and that's same thing for him, and same thing for her, and they never stop. They keep going and going and going. It's just a continual thing, but we just make sure it doesn't happen that way. We just try to add something in between so that they all get in and share by doing that and get involved like that. Getting involved is a very good thing. Getting involved is a very, very good thing, and we keep it like that because electronics alone is gonna draw them badly. So we gotta give back. The whole aspect of everything is we gotta give back. So I have to show kindness here, and in the kindness, that's how it is. And then it goes around back to TV and what to watch. And oh my God, and everything. If it's not Ben Aslek, am I saying the name right? I can't remember all these other guys' name. And when it's not Rebecca, because my little girl, she crazy for her Rebecca. And again, my little girl and the little one, they crazy for sailors, sailors, sailors. And they come up with Jordan and they say, who matters? Oh, Jordan matters. Well, you get what I'm trying to say. So there is attitude along each names and everything. And when it's not Jordan matters and when it's not Salish, it's right back to Mr. Beast. And in a shout, they're back onto Mr. Beast. And later, they're back on Ben and Cam. And they never stop. And for the whole day, if you leave them, sometimes they will watch so much of Mr. Beast, it's a joke. And always looking for something new. And always looking for something new. My God, it's a good thing I hit the button so that every time something is filmed and something it comes right to their doorstep, and that's what it is. And they always, the moment something new film and comes out, Salish, Jordan, every one of them, it just comes in. Rebecca, and they always down on it, and they always down on it. They watch till it's, you ask them what is there to watch. Sometimes there is nothing. And uh, Dorman, and Dorman. Well, everybody does their own thing, right? Everybody does their own thing, and Dorman, Dorman Wave, these little short stories were wonderful, where a lot of us don't see and recognize because Darman's story is is an act of real life. Darman's story is an act of real life, what happening out there and how others are on a job in school. Kids get bullied in school a lot. Kids get bullied in school a lot. Darman bring that to us for us to realize what our kids are going through, what the teachers are going through, what parents are going through. Darman bring that to life, and that becomes a reality. And that reality is right in my home. So my kids are always on something like this, and they never give up on any of these social media giant. See, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. When it's not Mr. Beast on one way, Mr. Beast sometimes will appear. I think he appeared in Jordan show once or twice. So, again, like I said, he's phenomenal. He's great. He's great. The last search that I did, where they give me an overview by saying, hosting a Mr. B tribute is a great fit for a live show because its massive cultural impact, high stake content style, and ongoing controversies provide endless, highly engagement material, and an event centered around him allow fantastic audience interaction and debate. And so these are all the reasons. I mean, he doesn't need that. I don't know. Who am I? I'm nobody. But I just thought of doing this, and the reason why I thought of doing this is because some of us who is watching, is always browsing, who is always browsing and not thinking in a kind way, and sometimes I have that mean ways, and I'm trying to tell you, please throw away those bad thoughts, bad behavior. Come back to yourself. Come back to me. I love you. Come back to me. Of course I love you. What do you mean I don't love you? Come back and let's understand. Kindness is of the heart, and we all do things to help each other when we can. And because of that, these are the kindness that is been showing to everyone in and around. And believe you me, If one day I see this happen to someone like him, I'm telling you, he deserves all the attention, but it's too small or too big for him because he love it, he love everything about it, but that's not him. His next journey is how to get through that crowd. And where in that crowd am I going to stop? And that is his journey. That is just his ways. So again, let's look up. It's crazy, but think about it. Let's look up. And even if you don't want to look up. Because you looking up, it give you an understanding. Why do I need to look up when I understand? But here goes the next part. What is it that you understand? There's a tricks to the book. What is it that you understand? And when you understand something, do you appreciate what you understand? Okay, you have to appreciate all of those little things. Even though it's not happening to you, you need to appreciate those. You need to know you appreciate it that even though it's not happening to you, that's what I would like to do too. Do you walk the street and see that person laying on the street covered with a blanket comforter or something and it looked like he was in the garbage and by the driveway you realize, oh, that same person went in the garbage bin and take out the bun and eat. And you're gonna say gross, nasty, right? No, leave him alone. He's hungry. He's hungry. We don't know when last you eat. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't look at someone like that and see if you can take him out of the gutter, and you still don't understand where I'm coming from. Now you get it? I have done it. And I have done it not just because of this, but I have done it. And I have done it because you see the difference of people. And it's not that you're rich when you do it. You do it because you have a heart. And your heart tells you what is right and what is wrong. Your heart always tells you that, and you always will follow through with that. It's your heart that is speaking with you. And as long as your heart is speaking with you, you will understand. So attribute to Mr. Beast based on his attribute to Mr. Beast based on his the kindness that he has done is most wonderful. It is most wonderful. This is something that I think if every most social media giant or so forth creator were to come and to say something like that for someone like this, it would show the great work that this person is doing, and he's doing it, and he don't worry about that because as I said, he's just gonna get up and go. And if he's just gonna give you a car, he's just gonna that is just it. He didn't think about it because his work gotta be done. His work is to make a difference and make a difference in this world. If if in his work he could change the world, that is his whole plan. But guess what? There's a problem with that plan. You know what the problem is? The problem is people. We people. We need to learn to see that person and that person and that other person. And don't be mad or jealous of what they have. And we need to accept them for who they are. And we need to know that they can walk by and go their way, and we do not have any issue with them. And if we can go on like that, we can live normally and good. But the moment you see one person have and you don't, and you're gonna go up with some pow pow and go take away what that person have, there goes the bad again. And that's what we don't want. That's what we are trying to change. And if that's the change that social media is using, I'm with it because it's something good. It's something good because it's going to make a difference in people's lives all over. And your young people and the kids, your kids are going to come up and see. But if we can change all of this from now, because the kids from wherever different parts of the world they are, they're seeing so much. And because they're seeing so much, we don't want to make this become too strong, too much of an impact on their lives. And when it does, you is built in place to put these kids because these kids are out of control. One of the greatest thing is knowing that all those kids that the government is taking away and put into some dorm could grow up, could grow up with the opportunity that my mom was living here. My mom used to live here, but I have to stay here and grow up to be a better person. And life is bad, but I can manage and live through till they grow up to become the man and woman of tomorrow. But if you're going to grow up behind bars and so forth, that's not a good way of life. So we need to go back and rethink our life and remember all kindness is important. And when someone does kindness to us, what we do next. We need to do that. We really need to do that. I was expecting more, so I didn't get it now. I'll do it later. I didn't get it now. I'll do it later because the impact that I expected, I didn't get. But I will come back and I will do it later. You know me. Don't give up on me. I will do what I have to do. Trust me when I'm telling you that. I will do what I have to do. I will scream more and talk more about this because it's kindness. And the more you can do kindness to anyone on every part of the world, we should always do it to make a difference. Making a difference